It's game time in Los Angeles from the Staples Center. All the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge. And a special treat here tonight. Joining us courtside is five-time NBA champion Kobe Bryant. Kobe, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
No, I appreciate it, man. It's always a pleasure to stop by and help out.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
I'm sure.
Looking at the Lakers, they took the win in their last game against the Wizards.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control, and they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Yeah, they pushed the pace, and typically you get high-quality shots when you do that. I thought they were terrific all game, Greg.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Trey Burke is out there with Green. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Harkless in at the 3 spot. And here is Lopez after the three-pointer from Mo Harkless. And that one is good.
He is so tough to deal with inside. Lopez just too big and too skilled.
In the corner, it's Patterson. Green, the screen. Now here's Harkless. Lopez covering, kept alive. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Ball. This is Durandal. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Off target from outside. You know, Kobe, the league seems to be moving away from isolation basketball, sometimes called hero ball, in favor of more ball movement, more of a fluid offense. What do you make of that trend?
Well, I think it's the right thing. I mean, if you look at the way the Knicks played, for example, when they had Bill Bradley, Busher, Phil was coming off the bench.
Well, you are a historian. You love the history of the game, don't you?
Oh, my God.
I mean, I can just tell working with you.
Yeah. Holtzman was coaching. You had Frazier out there. I mean, they moved the ball. I mean, everything was predicated on ball movement, as was the Celtics with Brett Auerbach. And then in the 80s, things changed a little bit. You started going to more isolation ball, where guys would post deep and force the double coverage to come all the way down to him, and then you start moving the ball around. Now you start seeing a spread offense where the ball's moving again like it was when the Knicks were playing and the Celtics were playing. And so, you know, I think it just depends on the style of defense that you're seeing and the personnel that you have. I think that determines your style of play.
And here is Green following Lonzo Ball's 3. Just 4 to shoot. Here's O'Quinn. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist.
Great job getting to the right spot on the court. Beautiful passing all the way around.
And after 20 years in the NBA, Kobe, you were able to play with so many teammates. Can you make a short list of some of your favorites over the years?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Pau Gasol for me. Derek Fisher.
And a quality person, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah, right.
You know? And Derek Fisher, Ronnie Turiaf is one of my all-time favorites. Lamar Odom, Shaq, obviously, Robert Horry, Rick Fox. I mean, I've been very fortunate to play with some great teams. Horace Grant, AC Green. I mean, the list goes. Ron Harper. I mean, I can go on and on all day long. Brian Shaw. I mean, I was very fortunate to have some really good teammates.
The Lakers trail. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope against Green. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Caldwell Pope. And Kobe, you look around the league and you see a lot of former players as head coaches, guys that you actually played against. Have you ever thought about coaching down the line?
Nope. No, I have not. Not for me. You know, it's for them, though, but it's not for me.
I would think that it would be tough to try to get the same result out of players you coach and not comparing it to the way you played, the way you prepared, the way you were coached.
That's what I hear. I just don't have the desire to even think about it that far. I mean, it's not something that I'm into. But that's the challenges I hear. You know, when Bird was coaching, when Magic was coaching, I always hear that as being the challenge. But ultimately, you know, you have to find different ways to motivate players. And, you know, nobody's the same, right? So you just have to figure out how to get them to their highest level. But still in all, coaching is just not for me.
Ball with it. You look back to the final game as a player, Kobe, all the emotion that was building up for that moment. Then you go out and score 60 points. Surreal moment. Did you ever think for any moment that maybe I've got 1 year left in the tank after that 60-point performance?
You know what? It wasn't a matter if I had another year in the tank. It was just, I just don't want to do this anymore. You know, I wake up in the morning, my body's sore. You know, that 60-point game was everything I had left for that year. And to be able to have to, like, reboot that and reset the system all over again, no thank you.
People don't see that side of it, do they?
No, they don't. But you know, it's just, nor do we want them to, right? We want them to appreciate being entertained and coming to a game and taking their mind off of whatever it is they want to take their mind off of. It's an opportunity for them to escape. And that's what we provide. So that's completely fine.
Kobe, LeBron said he learned so much about how to approach the game when you shared the floor on Team USA. What was it like playing with a guy like him, as you also played with Jordan, and then going up against him all those years?
Well, I think it was a shocking experience for them because I don't think they realized how much I talk trash. So,
no,
yeah,
what?
I don't think they knew because, you know, when you from a distance, Kobe, we thought you were really quiet and all sort of stuff, and you get to practice and I just don't shut up. And I'm just saying really brutal things about their game. It's just, you know, they're getting really ticked off. But then,
because you were right.
Yeah,
well,
but then the intensity of practice goes up another level. And then we'd all go out to dinner, and then the next morning, you know, we come into the meeting, and I've already been working out for 2 hours. And so then they see that, and then, you know, D-Wade would come up and say, hey, man, I want to join you in your workouts. What time are we going? 5 a.m. I could be down there working out. And Brian said, I want to come too. And Brian would show up. And then Melly would show up. And all slowly but surely, we have our whole USA team in the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning training.
What a constructive time out
was
for those
beautiful.
other players.
But it was fun for all of us because we got a chance to hang around each other and think about the competition, right? So now when we come back to the NBA, fans are getting a better product, right? Because we've all been working out and pushing each other and getting better off of each other. So now when we step on the court to compete against each other, that means we have to take our games to another level.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
That's a great story. That's good from Lopez.
Up around 80% for his career, Lopez more than comfortable earning his points at the charity stripe.
Kobe, there are a lot of great guards and wings in the league right now. When you look around, are there any that remind you of the way you played, or maybe are approaching, you know, going down that road and say, I want to be like Kobe Bryant? I watch a lot of his tapes, much like you did when you were growing up.
Yeah, well, Isaiah has a hunger and a thirst for the game, and he's not going to stop. He's constantly curious. He's constantly
His
working.
size makes him a different kind of guy, though.
Isn't that
doesn't it?
unbelievable, though?
It is shocking.
That's unbelievable. But he can finish at the rim. He can shoot the long ball. He can pull up left and right. You know, he has great physicality and a great body about him where he can punish bigs at the rim. And the other is Kawhi. I mean, when I watch Kawhi play, I'm just looking in the mirror. You know, the moves, the positions on the floor.
So glad you said that. I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it's a great, great feeling because, you know, I'm sure Michael felt the same way. Right? When he retired and he watched me play, you're seeing the same spots. You're seeing a person who studied the person that came before, and there's no need to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's already been created. You just put it on a different car.
Well, you know, he has been guided by his coaching staff to watch you and Michael Jordan tape, and I think that's kind of what he's done.
Yeah, well, we've connected. We've talked about this stuff before in the past, and again, he's a curious kid.
And all business.
Yeah, curious. He steps out on the floor, he's all business. There's nothing funny. There's nothing silly going on. He's here to do his job. He's here to help San Antonio win games.
And Kobe, something that has changed in the NBA over the course of your career is the role of the power forward, the four. More and more you need to be able to stretch the floor, take your guy outside, shoot the three. Do you feel that that's a trend, or is that something you think that is here to stay in the NBA?
Well, I think things will evolve and things will change. I mean, you start getting power forwards like Tim Duncan and Garnett back in the league, Dirk. All of a sudden, it becomes less and less of a commodity to have smaller fours.
Right.
Because you're going to need to deal with the Tim Duncans and the Garnetts of the world. So I think it's just a natural evolution thing.
Did you, when you had to guard a big like that, ever fear going out and trying to get him on the side or even working him inside the lane where he would have more power, more advantage?
No, I never worried about it too much. What I try to do is I always try to study the film and figure out what their tendencies are, what their sweet spots are, and you just try to get them off of that. It's not necessarily about the size of them, but how do you get yourself in position where you can knock them off down a little bit and use the lack of size that you have to disorient them.
Here's Stevenson. Larry Nance making his last shot. Here's Moutier. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
A free throw good from Moutier. Lakers trail by 3. Hey, Kobe, after dedicating pretty much your entire life to the game of basketball, a game that I know you love, you said you don't miss it. Why is that?
Well, because I've been through that process. I mean, I started playing a game when I was like 2 years old, and playing professionally for 20 years, and I left no stone unturned. So there's no regrets there. I've done everything I could possibly do, and truthfully, the game is still with me. The discipline has changed. The industry might have changed, but the same approach, the same things that I've learned from the game, I carry with me to this day. So the game is still inside of me.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
In competition, once again, Kobe, the thing that drives you so much, even on the practice floor, you and Jordan were so much alike in that regard. Is it important to go with your teammates and challenge them in those practices that you recall?
You have to challenge them, because if you don't, then they become conditioned to not have those challenges every day, right? So if you come off of a night where you have a back-to-back, for example, and you have a practice the next morning, it's our responsibility to step into that practice and challenge them as if it was the game that we just played the night before. Right? Because if you do not, then you don't have that competitive spirit day in and day out, where then you feel like you can take games off because you can take practices off because you just don't have it in practice. Right? So it's our job to bring that every single day so that competing just becomes a habit for them.
And you learn about their mental endurance and physical endurance during those practices.
Well, yeah, you challenge them to learn about themselves. Right? You challenge them to think about themselves. Can I push a little extra? I'm going to have to, because he's driving me like crazy. And if I don't meet that challenge, I'm going to have to hear his mouth all practice long. I'm going to have to hear his mouth on the plane. I'm going to have to hear his mouth on the bus. I'm going to have to hear his mouth in the locker room.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just compete.
Now here's Ennis. The feed to Nance. Back to Ennis. Here's Dang. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Lakers lead by 3. Kobe, I'm assuming that you've had teammates come back later and say, Kobe, you made me a better player.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when we're playing together, they don't like it very much because I'm always challenging them. But then at the end, even to this day, we're all very close. We're all great friends because they knew what I was trying to do was trying to push them to be the best version of themselves.
Kobe, you got to play against some great defenders in the NBA like Draymond Green of Golden State and others. What are some of the things that, I mentioned Draymond Green, that he does as a player that you think separates him from the rest of the defensive guys in the league?
He does his research. He does his homework.
You can tell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can tell. When you watch him play, he puts himself in position before the offensive player even attacks. And how does he know that? Because he's watched the film. He studies. He knows the player's tendencies. And so when you mix in the research to go along with his frame and the quick hands and the foot speed, then you have a defensive player that's a force.
Here's Ennis, up and in on the layup.
Man, it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Nance a screen. Ennis kicks to Clarkson. Outside Dang. They set the pick. Ennis makes a big high bounce and goes in. Ennis has got 6.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for the Lakers. Los Angeles leading by 3. Over in the corner, Zubats tries a 3. Ennis misses. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Dellavedova, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 6.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Ennis. He's guarded closely. Screen by Bogut. Passes to Clarkson from outside the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists now in this one. He got it up. The shot, no good. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Lakers lead by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Kobe, you were a player who lived in the gym. What motivated you as you go back and look at all those hours you spent in the gym to do that, to follow that path?
I loved it. I loved the game. It wasn't a matter of working hard. I didn't realize I was working hard until like a second or third year in the league, when I realized here in the NBA, a lot of players don't do that.
Right.
It was kind of a big shock to me. Like, I assumed everybody in the NBA
just worked hard.
Yeah, but to me, it wasn't hard work. It was like, I love doing this. Like, there's no place on earth I'd rather be than be here in this gym with a basketball in the hoop.
But the greats are always the hardest workers, aren't they? I mean, right, have you ever seen a great player who is not the hardest worker on their team?
No, I've seen players have great seasons, and, you know, and then the next season, it's not so much, right. And then they have another great one, and the consistency isn't there. Mm-hmm. The truly great players love what they do, and that looks like hard work to the outside world.
Did you enjoy playing the game? There was so much you put into the game, but did you enjoy the game?
I did. I enjoyed the game. I loved playing, you know, the competition and all that, the getting ready and all that. But I enjoyed practice more.
Did you?
I did. I enjoyed training and practice more than I did the games.
Wow. They've got Ivica Zubac. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Ennis. Then it's Dang, and it's Bogut, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Kobe, you played in a big market like Los Angeles, one of the biggest in the world, but many are saying that market size matters less and less into the future of the NBA. Do you agree with that?
Well, in a certain aspect, yes, because of the digital age that we live in. I mean, the world is considerably smaller. You have access to market at the touch of a button.
So we see Milwaukee Bucks highlights with Antetokounmpo as much as we would see a Kobe Bryant highlight with Los Angeles.
Absolutely. But still, fundamentally, to play in a market like Los Angeles, you know, Los Angeles being the entertainment capital of the world, New York being a great market as well, it's hard to top those no matter how digitally enhanced our society becomes.
Kobe, a big part of the talent evaluation today is the psychological impact and that aspect, which I think will lead teams toward one prospect over another. If you were looking for personality traits in players and you were making that decision for a team, what trait would you value the most in a player?
About curiosity. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's curiosity.
Why so?
Because curious people will always ask why things work or don't work.
And you were a big why asker.
You have to, because that's the only reason you win, is when you can figure out why things happen or didn't happen. Right? If you lose a game, a curious person won't point the finger. A curious person will say, well, why did we lose? Instead of just saying them. Right. They're going to go back and check the film and ask questions. Okay, why did we mess up there? Why did we blow that coverage there?
Count the basket. Bogut's got his second bucket. And Kobe, did the Laker front office ever talk to you or just brush an idea past you to get your opinion on things, whether it be a trade or a free agent signing or whatever?
No, we never really did that. We never had that kind of working relationship. And I think it's actually better that way, because then it enables me to have a better relationship with the guys where they know I'm not involved in those decisions. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because if so, it makes it weird. That relationship, guys get traded and teammates are looking at you and it's hard for them to trust trust you and all sort of stuff. The most conversation I had was with Dr. Buss in this very shaky time.
Yes.
Where I voiced my concerns, and he said, listen, I promise you, you see the right trade, you will pull the trigger, and I'm going to do everything I can to get you a championship. I promise you that. And after he said that, I trusted him completely. That was that. And then the following year, he made a beautiful trade for Pau Gasol.
He sure did. And a couple championships.
And a couple championships.
Worked out well.
Yeah, it did.
5 to shoot. Randall kicks to Bogut, and it's blocked by O'Quinn. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Back to Young. Pass to Burke. Picked by Zeller. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And the trend around the league, Kobe, is more offense, more three-pointers, certainly spacing, fluid offense. Scoring is up around the league in a measurable way from, it seems like, year to year. Do you like the way this is trending, or do you think the NBA should maybe put a governor on this, harness it in just a little bit?
Well, I think it'll swing back to the way, I mean.
Do you?
Yeah, because the game has gone through that progression before. You know, it's constantly evolving. And so I think you'll see it swing back eventually. You'll have a couple teams that are just big and may have a dominant post player, and all of a sudden you're going inside, and then that team will win a championship, and then the rest of the teams in the league will try to copycat the way the game is played that way, and things will swing back. So it's just natural evolution of the game, I think.
It's Ingram on the wing. Bogut with a screen on Young. Now here's Ingram, defended by Young, and it's Ingram missing.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
And Kobe, how did you learn to watch tape? Because there are guys now watching tape, and they'll just go, and you wonder if it's really even sinking in.
Trial and error.
Yeah, right. But really, that was it.
Trial and error. You know, you start looking at things, you start saying, man, like if I'm watching an edit on the player, and I watch one particular game, and then I look at the next game, and he's doing the same thing. And the next night, he's doing the same thing. Hold on, let me go back and watch. And then you start looking for consistent behaviors or patterns in their behavior. And then you think, okay, maybe that's something that's a tendency for him. Let me go back and check. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles. Oh, my God. Yeah,
there
that's
it is.
it.
There's the pattern.
Right, so what if I interrupt him between his first and second dribble and throw him off a rhythm? What'll happen then? Right? What if I know he's going to go 1-2, turn right shoulder? I let him go 1-2. Now I jump to his right shoulder. Now you can't turn there. What happens then? Now you throw him off of their patterns.
Here's Randall, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Burke dishes to Richardson. And there's the pass to Zeller. Kicks to Young. Back to Zeller. Richardson the pass to Burke. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Well, Kobe, more and more front offices around the NBA embracing analytics. At the same time, a lot of veteran executives who have kind of the old-time group have been somewhat critical of that approach. Which side do you take on that?
Well, I mean, I think there's use for analytics. You know, what they do is they tell you what's happening or what's happened. But you still need the keen eye to be able to understand why they happen. And that's what numbers can't tell you.
Put some meaning in back of the numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? It's tough to understand if you see a player shooting this percentage. You know, his first 5 games of the season, he shot X. The last 3 games, he shot Y. And you don't understand why. The numbers will tell you that. But maybe he had something going on at home that was bothering him emotionally.
Yes.
Right? And therefore, his focus was elsewhere. And so his shooting percentage went down. Right? The numbers don't show you that. It doesn't show you the emotion of a player.
Now, here's Moutier. D right on him. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Moutier's got his second basket of the night. Well, Kobe, something that's such a huge tool in the NBA and the team's offense is the pick and roll, the screen roll game. You've done it as well as anybody. Just how are the nuances and the attention to detail important to make that play work?
Well, it's really important, but the screen roll today is run differently than it was, say, when Utah was running it with Stockton and Malone. What you're seeing now is more of a spread floor screen roll action where it makes rotations very difficult because you have to rotate off of shooters at a distance.
Right.
So now what you tend to see more teams try to down pick and roll coverages and sending guys to one side of the floor and try to play the screen roll coverage with 2 men and try to not have 3 guys in the action. You have to rotate and now push your team behind. Right? And that it's a dance of, can you play the screen roll with just 2 guys? And on offense, can I force you to have a 3rd guy come in and rotate? If I can do that offensively, then you're behind.
Lopez, no good on the free throw. And with all the different technological advances in the league, you see a lot of player and coaches now reviewing clips and tablets and a lot of film sessions. I know you used to study a lot of the league's videotapes. How much easier is film study now, say, from the time in the late 90s when you got in the NBA?
It's so much easier.
Really?
Oh, my God. When I used to get in the hotel rooms, you used to have to call the front desk. They used to roll up the TV on the wheels.
With the VCR machine.
With the VCR connected to it, right? And I have to have all of these tapes, and you got to put the tape in, and you got to rewind it, and you got to fast forward it, and you got to rewind it.
Yeah.
Now it's just everything's right there in front of you, right? And it's very easy to skip and go to the next game and then jump back to the game before or fast forward to the 4th quarter. I mean, it's so easy now.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Ring shot on the way. Jump shot is good that time. Ingram's got his first 2 points of the night. And you look at the NBA today and the social media, Kobe, a lot easier for NBA players to connect with fans over that social media platform. However, it's also easier to get people in trouble. Players have got to keep that periscope up, so to say. How hard do you think that is to manage?
Well, I think now in this particular generation, the sensitivity towards things you may hear or see on social media is much different than it would have been years ago. In other words, nowadays, for athletes to be on social media, it's more easily tolerable for them to say something, right? Or to be able to speak their mind.
Yes.
And I think the important thing is just the consistency in that. If you have a thought and you want to say it. Right? Put it out on social media. Do whatever it is that you want to do with it. The key is just to be consistent and be who you are, and not be afraid to be who you are.
One shot, gentlemen.
Marcus is checked in for Danny Green. So I think for players, Kobe, when they've been criticized on social media, I think they feel it's better to sleep on a reply and see if that same thought still resonates the next morning. Because a lot of in the heat of a post game, you read something, guys go off.
Yeah, they do. And at the same time, when that does happen, because it's going to happen, no matter how many times we say it, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And when it does happen, to be able to step back and say, okay, yeah, that's how I felt in the moment. And I said what I felt.
Yeah.
And here's why I felt that way. And now you're ready to move on. I mean, it's a lot like life. I mean, people say stuff all the time that they don't necessarily mean. Right?
I never felt, though, that you ever said anything that you truly did not believe in your heart.
Yeah, well, I think most people do, right? When you're having a moment, you're looking at it, you say, you know what, should I send this out on social media? Yeah, I really believe this. I really do. And then you send it, and the next morning you're like, oh, no, what did I? What?
You had no regrets, though.
No, I mean, everything's a life lesson.
For all of us.
Yeah.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got assist number 5 here tonight. Well, Kobe, it seems like the NBA is becoming less a position-based and more of a skill, position-less game. Perimeter skill now seems to be at a premium. Do you agree with that? Do you like that? Would you change that?
Well, I think players need to be able to play all positions on the floor, right? If you look at the teams that win championships, they generally have every player that's on the floor can make a decision. Every player can dribble, every player can pass, every player can shoot, right? There's a reason why San Antonio's always finding themselves there in the end. The reason why the Cavs are finding themselves there in the end. It's the reason why Golden State's because they have playmakers at every position on the floor.
They have basketball players.
They have basketball players, right? Not specialists. They have basketball players.
No one covering. 12 points for Emmanuel Mudiay. So last season, Kobe, one of the closest MVP races we've had in a long time. Kick was going to win before the results came out, and why?
Yeah, I didn't even stop to think about that because they're both like little brothers to me. So even though I could sit there and say,
LA
okay,
kids too.
Yeah, I know them both extremely well, and they're both extremely deserving of it. So I refuse to split it.
Yeah,
you know, they're both my guys.
And different kinds of games, and both sensational individual players.
Yeah, they're just phenomenal. I mean, they can do so many things in the game, and now I think the next progression for them is to be able to dominate the game off the ball just as much as they can dominate on the ball, right? Because in the playoffs, the defense has a hard time finding it.
Lakers leading by 3. For Los Angeles, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And Dang brings a lot to the table. I mean, a terrific defender, and he's very reliable as a scorer at all 3 levels.
No good on the second free throw. It's a close game here in Los Angeles. Stevenson drive.
Oh, man. Man, it's so good to see how Dellavedova plays to his strengths, guys. I mean, specifically, how he finds the open man. Nice.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Clarkson kicks to Nance. 6 to shoot. Shot, high post. Kuzma pulls it in.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
They set the pick. And it's Dellavedova missing.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Well, Kobe, I know you've got to go, but it's been a real treat for you to join us tonight. I know our fans have all enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me, man. Looking forward to doing this again.
The great Kobe Bryant. And Clark, you've been broadcasting for the entire span of Kobe's playing career. How is it to share a booth with someone who you've watched progress throughout their entire career?
Well, it certainly reminds me that I'm moving into that last block on the demographic charts. I'm in the early 3rd quarter, if you will, that's for sure. But it's a treat because it's wonderful to see how he grew as a player and as a man, and much respect for Kobe Bryant because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer and doing great things off the court too.
And Nance kicks to Clarkson. Pass to Zubac. Shoots over Spates. And that one hits back iron. And here is Dellavedova. 6 points for him. To the paint. Here's Kuzma. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Kuzma's got his first points of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Brook Lopez came out on a mission in the first. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. It's been a clinic from Brook Lopez.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first two quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Guys, you've heard me say it before, but persistence pays. And it takes that kind of persistence to be a successful offensive rebounder. As a fellow glass.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Harkless is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Burke, and it's Green in at the shooting guard position. Burke can't get it to go. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Ball. Drops in the tray. Ball's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Lakers. Ball's gone a nice 3 for 7 from distance. Green kicks to Patterson. Green, the screen, inside. O'Quinn dishes to Harkless. It's stolen by Randall. Ball with a wide open look. And the 3 off target.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. Lopez with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Oh, good anticipation. KCP reads the play, makes the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Burke kicks to Harkless. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Harkless has got 16 points. Lakers leading by 3. Now here's Ball. 9 points in the game so far. Randall passes to Ball. Shot clock at 6. Lopez sets a screen for Ball. Tries again, and it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got 23 points.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Burke dishes to O'Quinn. Here's Harkless. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Picked by Randall. Caldwell Pope left side. Another miss by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Green. That one a little long.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Caldwell Pope right side. Another miss by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Now the dish to Burke. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Los Angeles leading by 3. Now Ball. He's got 9. Caldwell Pope kicks to Ball. Lopez a screen. Ball, the pass to Lopez. Now here's O'Quinn. Lopez covering. Burke with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. First free throw is good. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Lopez. So he picks up just one from the line that time. And here they come. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Los Angeles with another miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Now here's Burke, guarded closely. He dishes it to O'Quinn. Back to Burke. Richardson against Caldwell Pope. Feeds to Zeller. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Burke. Here's Ball. He's got 9. Screen by Bogut. Now here's Ball. Defended by Moutier. That's tipped, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Clock at 6, and Caldwell Pope gets the basket. So it's the visitors now, trailing by 5. Moutier kicks to O'Quinn. Back to Moutier. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Dishes to Randall. He feeds it to Ingram. Zeller against Randall. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Absorbing contact really well. Randall will get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
And the Lakers making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And the free throw, no good.
After playing just one season of college basketball, Randall entering the NBA with much fanfare. Trying to live up to that lofty billing now.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Clarkson. Screen by Bogut. Clarkson passes to Caldwell Pope. Bogut sets a screen for Caldwell Pope. Here's Clarkson. Sinks the three-pointer. Clarkson's got 11.
You know, Clarkson really working on his range, and defenses better wise up to it.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lakers leading by 8. To the middle, stolen by O'Quinn. And Zeller kicks to Moutier. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
The feed to Clarkson. Bogut dishes the ball. Randall down low. He's against Zeller, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Though he lacks elite explosiveness, Randall uses his strong body to protect the ball and avoid block shots inside.
Some changes for the Lakers. Dang comes in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope, and it's Ennis in for Ball. And the free throw, no good. Passes it to Young. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. He's got 7.
Dialing it in, Mr. Young, a.k.a. Swaggy P, I think. You can't afford to lose track of him, whatever his moniker is.
And the shot is good. And that's now 6 points for Julius Randle.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Here's Moutier. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Clarkson against Stevenson. Picked by Randall. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Bogut. Nance comes in for Julius Randle. And Hart subbed in for Ennis. Pass to Kuzma. Spates sets a screen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
That one is off. The Lakers making a switch here. Ball's checked in. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And all those missed opportunities at the line are starting to add up on them in this half. If they go on to lose this game, that'll be the first thing they point to.
Nance a screen. In the corner, it's Clarkson. 4 on the shot clock. Off the iron that time. Young for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 6th assist on the night.
And that's the one thing about Young now. I mean, he can make these high degree of difficulty shots.
Ball with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Here's Clarkson. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Guys, he has been a major factor, big time, outstanding at getting quality looks and knocking them down.
Now the pass to Kuzma. Stevenson kicks to Young. Stevenson setting the pick for Young. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Patterson, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. The Lakers in the lead. And here's Clarkson. He's got 13. Ball kicks to Clarkson. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts. Clarkson's gone 6 of 10 shooting tonight from the field. Looking to get back on track here. It's stolen by Nance. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Took him no time at all on that one. Ball's got 5 points in the quarter.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
There's the pick. Stevenson passes to Kuzma. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Ball with the bucket.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Ball's gone 5 of 11 from the field. Dellavedova kicks to Patterson. Stevenson outside. Here's the 3. Patterson can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. Young outside. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Luol Deng. Lakers leading by 5. He kicks to Clarkson. 1:05 left to play in the third. Clarkson is screen on Stevenson. Zhang attacking. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. They get it again. Zubac got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
And Nance kicks the ball. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Stevenson against Clarkson. Here's Zubac, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Zubac has got his first points in this one. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here is Della Vedova. He's guarded closely. In the corner, it's Patterson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Della Vedova. Patterson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Della Vedova is really good at finding his teammates.
The third quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And the Lakers have possession. They lead by 4. Filling out the wings, it's Clarkson and Ingram. The big men are Nance and Lopez. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. That's the Laker 5. Here's the floater. Buries it from 3-point range. Clarkson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Lakers. Burke kicks to Harkless. Free from Stevenson. And it's Stevenson again missing. Lakers leading by 7. Here's Clarkson. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Harkless dishes to Burke. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And, Greg, you know that's never a bad idea to be the aggressor. I mean, what a ball game we've got going on here, guys.
Clarkson kicks to Ball. To the paint, here's Lopez. And the layup's good off the glass. Lopez has got 25 points in the game.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
Stevenson drives in. Now here's Green. Kicks to Burke. Shoots the 3. Here's Harkless. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
That's good from Harkless. And Los Angeles with some changes. Randall's checked in for Nance. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Ball. He's perfect from the line this time. Lakers leading by 5. Now Clarkson. Lopez right side. Now here's Ingram, defended by Harkless. And it's Ingram missing.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. They get it back. O'Quinn, nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Clarkson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Ingram. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Stolen by Clarkson. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Clarkson's running.
Boy, nice anticipation by Clarkson, not just on the steal, but in the way he jump starts the fast break.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. That was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Ingram's gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go, around 37%. Pick by O'Quinn. Here's Burke. Rebound the Lakers. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Ingram passes to Clarkson. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Pick by O'Quinn. Off the pick. Second shot opportunity. The shot that time, not on target. And the Lakers going the other way now. Clarkson kicks to Lopez. Here's the screen. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Clarkson. From the arc. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Burke dishes to Patterson. O'Quinn, high post. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope, and he gets it to go.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
On defense, the visitors. 6-point game.
The total answer for this team. Clarkson on one tonight.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Green against Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. The tray. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Green. That's 7 points for Trey Burke.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
The dish now to O'Quinn. Now here's Harkless. He's tightly guarded. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
On the free throw, no good.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
And it's good, 2 points. That's 7 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Picked by O'Quinn. Patterson with it. Now defended by Randall. Green, the pass to Patterson. And that one drops. Los Angeles leading by 3. Clarkson kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Back to Clarkson for 3. Green with the rebound. Here's Burke. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight.
You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3 in the first.
Randall dishes to Ingram. Feeds it to Clarkson. Lopez a screen. Off the pick. The offensive rebound. It's deflected.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Dishes it to Patterson. Over in the corner, Harkless. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Green against Caldwell Pope. And the shot goes down. And the Lakers lead by 2.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Nice game. Great performance by Brook Lopez.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat you.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Brook Lopez.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him a little.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Both free throws good from Green.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Lopez a screen. Clarkson kicks to Lopez. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. He dishes it to Clarkson. Offline with his three.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well. And didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Ball's checked in for Los Angeles. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Back to Patterson to take the lead. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Lakers trail by 3. Lopez a screen. Ingram passes the ball. Lopez sets a screen for Ball. Down low. Lopez inside. Defended by Harkless. The shot's good from Lopez.
When you have a reliable big man like Lopez who can get you buckets like that, it's really such an asset for a team.
Burke dishes to Harkless. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Harkless has got 24.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Ball kicks to Randall. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Burke with it. Outside, Green. Over in the corner, Harkless. But they'll get another chance. It's stolen by Randall. Green against Caldwell Pope. He feeds it to Ball. Randall passes the Ball. Lopez sets a screen for Ball. He can't get that one to fall. Ball's gotten 5 shots in 13 tries. Burke dishes to Patterson. Green against Caldwell Pope. Here's O'Quinn. Good D by Lopez. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And you want Ingram to take over in these situations, and he does just that when his name is called.
.124 left to play in the final quarter. Burke. And the shot falls short this time.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's Ingram missing.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Now here's Burke. He's covered closely, and it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Burke. Harkless on the wing. Buries the triple.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Electric in here. I mean, that was a tremendous shot. This crowd all over, turned up.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 2. 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. .50 seconds left in the fourth. Here's the screen. Lopez a screen. Here's Ball. And the Lakers get it back. And here's Caldwell Pope. Picked by Randall. Caldwell Pope kicks to Ball. It's good from beyond the arc.
Absolutely no fear in this young fella. When the game is close, you want the ball in Ball's hand.
Now here's Burke. Defense is right there. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Always got to keep an eye on the ball. No pun intended. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything. A triple-double threat every game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
What's your take, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Exactly. You're right on top of it, Greg. No need to chuck up a 3. Just be smart and get a quality shot.
Burke to pass to Green. Off target from downtown. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Hey, I think that should do it. You know, got to give him credit. He came through when it mattered most.
And so the Lakers take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time